The best way to save an espresso shot is... Yep, you're absolutely correct. It's flow control. Spoiler alert, we're talking about flow control, which is an espresso machine modification. Before we dive into how flow control can save your espresso shot, let's talk about what it is and what it does. Flow control is something that has existed as long as espresso has. It comes down to manipulating the flow of water that's passing through the puck of coffee. Using a traditional approach, we wanted a nice steady flow of water to just have a good, even, long extraction. A challenge using a steady flow, however, is as the water is going through the puck, it's actually degrading the coffee, leaving less resistance for the flow of water, gradually speeding up as the extraction goes along. Using a flow control valve, we can increase or decrease the water flow to create some really unique espresso profiles. I'm going to be reviewing the two main methods on how to use flow control and the science for why it works. The first method that I'm going to be exploring today is by lengthening the pre-infusion, and we're going to be practicing that with the Diletta Alto with our flow control upgrade. So to do this method, I like to start with my flow control in about a halfway open position. This is gonna really slow down the flow of water as it initially comes from the machine. I like to use a bottomless portafilter with this method, so that way I can watch for the puck to fully saturate and be full of water. And then once it hits that point, I'm going to open up my flow meter all the rest of the way and allow my shot to pull. I like to use this method when I'm brewing with light roasted coffee. These coffees will tend to under extract using conventional ratios and recipes, but I really like the strength of a 1:2 or 1:1 ratio. So by lengthening the pre-infusion, the water gets a little more contact time with the coffee, it's gonna flow through and then fully extract while maintaining the strength of my espresso shot. Another way to save your shot with flow control is to slow down a shot that's pulling too quickly. I like to think of this as sort of an emergency flow control save. Essentially, when I see a shot that's pulling too fast and getting watery really early, I'm going to use our lever here and just swing it to press the brakes, slow the shot down so I can hit the recipe in the time that I want. What's happening in this method is essentially we missed our dial in and our grind size is a little too coarse to slow down the espresso, so we can manufacture some extra resistance with flow control to lengthen out our contact time and ensure we get a full extraction. So why does all of this work to influence the flavor of our coffee? This is one of the most difficult concepts in coffee to talk about, but one of the coolest things about flow control. In order to really understand this, we need to separate strength from extraction. When we're talking about strength, we're talking about the amount of coffee solids that are in our final beverage. And when we talk about extraction, that's the amount of dissolved solids that come from the coffee grounds themselves. A lot of times people assume that an under-extracted coffee is going to be weak and an over-extracted coffee is going to be strong. And while that's possible, you can also have an under-extracted coffee that's strong and an over-extracted coffee that's weak. Yeah. If you enjoyed this technical coffee video, be sure you check out our playlist with lots of other technical reviews. One of my favorites was a video where we were comparing different heating elements in espresso machines. We'll be sure to link that for you so you can check it out.